there, welcome to the channel. I'm Cindy Daychuck with Queen Bee Creations, and I am hoping that the noise next door still lets me be able to do some filming here. They're having a hard time backing up. I have been dying ever since I opened Belgravia to do some little mini coasters with these images because I'm a tea drinker. I love this. Now, I've already done one project from it where I used a lot of the saucers and the cups on a little mini wall shelf. So I'm gonna kind of make do with what elements I have left that are smaller, but we're gonna do some coasters, and I'm gonna do them two ways. First, I'm gonna do them in wood. So got these off of Amazon. Okay, they're having troubles. But I'm also gonna do them in acrylic. In resin. And there's a couple of little things that I wanted to try with resin to make it a little bit different. So these ones I'm gonna get painted out, and I'm gonna be using a mixture of white and thyme. Thyme is an alchemy color by Fusion, just because I already have this mixed for a different project. So it's a 50-50 mix of white. It's just gonna be like a nice soft green background for these ones. This, I have to go mix up a little bit of resin. Now I don't need tons because I will be clear coating it after. I just want a nice base. These particular discs from Amazon, they are actually, it looks a little cloudy, but they are totally clear. I'm going to say plastic. There's a better word for it, but you know what I'm talking about. But they have a plastic coating that peels away on both sides. So I actually like to put an X on one side and then peel away the plastic from the alternate side. It's a little hard to get started, but I will leave this one with the X on because when I'm doing it with resin, there'll be some little drips on it. But when I peel the plastic away, it takes all those drips away and gives me a nice smooth base. So it just saves a little bit of heartache. So, oh my gosh, there we go. So you see what I'm saying? There's a plastic coating you can see already that it's looking a little bit better. So you just want to make sure that you keep it straight, what is what, and that you definitely pull off that plastic on the side that you are going to be doing your resin and your design on, because otherwise it'll just peel off. So let me get these guys painted and let me go mix up a little bit of resin. All right, I have my 2-part epoxy resin. I'm just using Let's resin. I have the A and B. And before I start adding anything, I want to stir this really well while it's still clear so I can see that it has in fact been mixed thoroughly. So this tends to go a little bit cloudy. You can see some of the streaks through it as you've added the 2 pieces together, and as you stir it, it becomes clear. You don't see those streaks through it anymore, and that's what I'm looking for. Now, I want to, consider this my undercoat. Okay, these are just definitely not level here. Or I need to do something different. Okay, let me try this. I'm gonna put them on here so then I can move them someplace more level afterward. All right, so you just wanna make sure that when these are drying, that they're at least semi-level. Otherwise you're gonna have all of your resin slide to one side or the other. So this way I can go measure, spot out, and we'll be good. So what I want to do is I'm going to create a bit of a base color, and then we'll apply our transfer, and then we'll clear coat it. So a little bit more steps here. And I thought since the other one was going to be green, that maybe it would be nice if we added a little bit of a of a pink base. So I have some pink mica powder. This is the amount that was already out. And I'm going to stir that in. But I also read somewhere, sometime, that stuck in my head that if you want more of an opaque look, and so I don't know what this is going to look like opaque, but I'm going to do it anyway. Add a little bit of baking soda. Now I don't have a lot of resin, so I'm just going to add a little bit of baking soda, just squishing the lumps out here. So I'm just doing a tiny bit. And then you'll get more of an opaque look to your resin. Well, that's actually very pretty. Okay, I'm digging that. Just, you know, you could just leave it clear if you want to. But I'm just going to put, and I have way more than I need, of course. So the excess, I will do what I always do and pour that into some molds. But I'm just going to, this is still fairly translucent actually. So I'm just going to kind of loosely clear coat this out to the edges. Leave it to dry overnight. This is not a quick curing. This is a 24-hour cure resin. And then we can come back and carry on. At this point, everything is dry. Now, these are definitely dry. And I just need to attach the transfers for them. These are also dry. Now, you can see those drips on the underside. We're gonna leave them. We're not gonna peel this away yet because we're going to top coat them again once we've added our transfers. I have clear resin this time, same 2-part epoxy that I mixed up, but we're just going to be adding our transfers first to both of these. Now, because this is paint that has a built-in sealer, these transfers should attach really quite quickly and quite easily. There we go. Not any harder than that. Now, I do want to burnish them down, so I have 2 plates and 2 teacups to do on there. These ones that we've got are slight pinky tone. I've tried to pick sort of some, as much as I had a choice left in the pack of kind of pinky toned ones. These also are going to go on super easy over the resin. So we're just ignoring those little bumps underneath. And then we're going to burnish shiny side. It's like, doesn't matter. I'm going to burnish this in. And then these I'm going to leave lined up ready for the resin. Now these ones, rather than doing resin on them, so that for those of you that don't like resin and don't want to use it, that you have another option. So what I do have is I have clear varnish by Pentart. Now this is a solvent-based varnish, which means that it is not water soluble. I love, and this is in the gloss, so I'm gonna do this so it's glossy, and I'll do front and back. But what I love about this is that because it's not a water-based product, it's not going to kind of reactivate with water. Because I want to use these as coasters, you're going to be putting liquid on, you might put a cold drink that beads up, or you've got the steam from maybe a hot cup of coffee or something. And I just find a solvent-based varnish better than using a water-based kind of polyacrylic or something. Obviously, we don't have the same issue with the resin because it's fine with water and heat, but just bear that in mind if you're doing this version. I do have, like with Fusion, has an odorless solvent, which is like the cleaner. You can't clean your brushes with water with this. You need to use like a solvent-based cleaner, like a turpentine product. This is stinky, so do it in a ventilated area. This at least balances it off because it's not stinky and I can clean my brush just fine. So what I'm going to do is get all my transfers on and then we'll look at sealing everything up. All right, for sealing, it is nothing more difficult than taking a nice soft brush and just adding it over the top of our transfers. And you can see that it just kind of makes them pop, gives them a little bit more depth, pulls out the colors a little bit. And you can do multiple coats if you choose. I want to get the edge. Do this by, I have the fan turned off right now because it's quite noisy, but as soon as I'm done this video, I'll be popping that fan back on to help dissipate the smell and get that out of here. Unfortunately, it is sweltering hot, so I can't, I'm just putting that off to the side to dry. While I come back, I'll do the others, and I'll just show you quickly here. We're just gonna add our clear resin on top. I like to let it spread out a little bit on its own. And then I'll go in and kind of help it out to the edges a little bit. All right, to finish these off, these ones, the wood rounds, and I'll put a link in for you, actually come with these little tiny felt pads. So you're able to just kind of pull them off and stick them on. Oops. There we go. Super easy, and then they're going to be perfect for your table. These ones, remember we said we had those little rounds. All I take is a little, okay, I've got a little pokey tool, but you know, little X-Acto knife or something. Just pulling up that base and pulling it under, and then all these drips. So see those drips that are there? They just kind of pop right off, right? When we take that plastic out, because they're adhered to the plastic, not to the acrylic round. So we get a nice clear base. We used the same transfer, but we did 2 different treatments to be able to create coasters. So these are nice wood coasters, you know, with soft back. We painted them out. You can paint them out any color you want, obviously. And this is just using paints that you have on hand, you know, the wood rounds. You could do this with wood slices if you would like to make it a little bit more rustic looking. You are then sealing it. I like sealing it, whether you use a spray or a brush on, but with a solvent-based rather than water-based, just because I find it's a little bit hardier if you're going to be putting wet glasses, etc. on it. So using it as an actual coaster. These ones, of course, we did 2 layers of the resin over our acrylic discs. So both the acrylic discs and the wood discs I got off Amazon. I'll drop in a link to my store. Scroll through there, you'll find them. They're there. But we just kind of did a little bit of coloring to it I don't think the baking soda did anything. So whether I didn't use enough, I think that it was just, you know, colored by the mica powder. But I like having that little bit of that pink tinge to it. We picked some pink toned, delicate looking plates and cups for these, and I think that they just turned out super cute because of that. They're just lovely, perfect for like a little coffee. Well, I'm thinking tea drinker, but you could drink coffee or hot chocolate and use the coasters too. Two different methods to be able to create coasters, one using resin, one without. I think that's important because not everybody likes using resin. So you've got a couple of different ways to be able to go, but use your transfer. And of course, you could use any transfer for this. I chose to use this one because of the cups and the little plates, the little saucers. I already had it open from another project, but you could pick any of them. You could do the ones with the little animals. You could do the ones with florals. You could do whatever makes your heart happy. That works too. Looking forward to seeing you on the next one. Let me know what you think of this one. And until then, take care.